Welcome to Running It Back. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Today's guest is the Kalei Mau and your hosts, Chad Owens and Ryan Kilmaka.
Let's go. Welcome to the Running It Back podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. And thank you, Kalei, the beautiful Kalei Mau, for joining us today. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Chad and Ryan, for having me. Kiana, it's always a pleasure to see your beautiful smile.
We love you,
Besties.
Kalei.
Besties? Can we say besties?
Besties.
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, Kalei, look, professional volleyball player. We're going to talk about the journey later, but you're in the Philippines right now, playing professional volleyball. How is that going?
Well, because of the pandemic, my 2020 season had been cut short actually in March. So I came home to Honolulu, and I'm pretty much just trying to stay prepared and stay ready for when things get back to normal there, or closer to normal than it is now.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, everyone had to make those adjustments when it happened, and it's unfortunate, but it gives you time to evolve. Right,
For
but
sure.
being that you were there, what is it like living in the Philippines?
Oh, it's amazing. The culture and the people are beautiful. And they're just really they're very, very supportive. I think that's just their culture. They just get so excited for any type of competition. Music, they love singers, they love actors and actresses, they love movies. Anything creative, it just goes well with the Philippines.
I mean, do you feel like there's like a local vibe, like the way that their culture, how do you compare that to our culture here in Hawaii?
Oh, for sure. They are very generous people. They smile constantly, even though the Philippines are known to just have to battle adversity with natural disasters. They just were hit with a typhoon, especially after this pandemic, during the pandemic, so they were struggling already, and then they had to deal with that as well. But they're very resilient and resourceful people. I'm so proud to actually say that I'm Filipino.
Oh, okay. So you're part Filipino.
Yes, my mom is half. My grandmother is full.
Okay, so you back at the homelands. I mean, how does that? Okay, that's a different dynamic. I mean, being that you are part Filipino, you're playing pro ball. It's like you're playing for your home team in a way. I mean, how does that make you feel? Like, how have they embraced you? They know that you're Filipino, but you're this local girl from Hawaii. I mean, you're 6 foot.
I'm 6'2".
6'2". Like, sorry,
Yeah.
I was just trying to give myself
They
a
must
little bit.
trip out.
I was trying to close the gap
Yeah.
a little bit, but 6'2". I don't think there's much
yeah.
Filipino women that are 6'2".
They must trip.
No. Yeah, no, they are. They really do. And especially with my craziness, my spunky attitude, I'm really loud and I can be obnoxious. Sometimes my teammates have just seen such a different, culture within me. I'm full Hawaiian. I'm like born and raised from Kahaluu, Hawaiian all the way. And then I just, one year I had the opportunity to go and play in the Philippines, and they're so prideful to be Filipino. And I just felt that I had to have that same dynamic as well. I had to be proud of who I was. And so, growing up in Hawaii, we're always like, yeah, I'm Hawaiian. Well, in the Philippines, we're like, yeah, I'm Filipino. And so I'm kind of, it's fun. It was just like we're always constantly learning, and I get to learn how my grandmother was brought up, how
Right.
she, why is she the way she is? And same with my mom. I love Filipino food. I always have. But now I get to taste some of the best in and that's made in the kitchen. Like my teammates, parents, even my teammates, they cook such good food. And I just love being in the Philippines and being a part of their families. They're so welcoming, just like Hawaiians.
Wow,
Amazing.
that's amazing.
I haven't been to the Philippines. I really want to go because
Ryan,
I'm
you
not
been?
Filipino.
Yeah, and I
You
love
need
it.
to.
with Bruno, right? You guys travel all over the world.
Yeah, we did.
How'd you like the Philippines?
I loved it. The people. Like
Any
you said, is amazing.
mini Kelmakas running around over there?
No.
Oh,
But the karaoke, they love the karaoke.
They
out there.
really do.
Yeah.
That's actually where it originated from.
Oh,
Really?
I had
Philippines,
no
are you
idea.
kidding me? That's every Filipino party.
is that why
Oh, they
every
have to
single
have a karaoke
Filipino
machine.
can sing?
Yes, pretty much.
Oh, can you sing?
Except for me and Lanai.
Yeah.
Bad.
Nah, that was
I can't
a I know the answer to that question. You can sing, which we're going to get into a little bit later. We're going to get a little special request. Yeah, I mean, that's amazing to be able to, I was in Canada, so I got a chance to experience a different culture. And what I loved about that culture is they are also welcoming. So much aloha in Canada. You've been to Canada too, so they're so polite.
Yeah.
So nice, extra nice. And well, look, Kalei, thank you again for being here. We're going to be getting more into some of the things that Kalei Mau is getting into and is inspired by. And we are going to be back after this break.
Running It Back is brought to you by the Honolulu Star Advertiser, Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union, the Department of Health, and Battery Bills.
All right, welcome back. We got Kalei Mau here, the beautiful Kalei Mau, and I want to ask you about your journey, specifically from your time, in Arizona, and then on becoming a pro. How did that even happen, and how did you end up in the Philippines?
Well, so spending my time at the University of Arizona is kind of where my passion grew for volleyball and progress in general. As a collegiate player, you're kind of at your peak physically, but not mentally, not your IQ for the sport. And so I felt like right when I finished my collegiate career, I thought I could see the game, I could see the court in such a different way. And I was so excited to take my volleyball skills that I had from University of Arizona and I had the opportunity to play overseas. So my first rookie season, I had a contract in Puerto Rico. That was such an amazing experience. I feel like I really transitioned into a woman there. I didn't have anyone to rely on. It was just me in a country with people speaking a different language. Nobody really understood me on a level that I needed, and I just had myself. So I'm very thankful for that stage in my life. From then on, I did really well there. I played for a great team. We were a first runner-up in the league, and then I had the opportunity to play in France in the European League, which is every young pro volleyball player's goal is to get to Europe. So I played in the French league, which was just cutthroat. Like you had, as a player, as a hitter, I had to score at least 20 points a game. I had super high standards. Even worse, French people
or even
are
the coaches. Remember you told me about
the coach. They're just not the nicest.
No, they're
just really like not understanding. And it was cold there, but of course, I always tried to look at the bright things, and I was really close to Paris, so I always used to go there for the food. And then from there, actually, I was in France, and I dislocated my shoulder. It just was like my world just collapsed. I thought, oh my goodness, my arm is everything I need to succeed in this life. This is what's got me here so far. And
Was it your spiking arm?
It was my hitting arm.
Hitting arm?
Spiking
Yeah.
arm.
Wow.
And so I came home to Honolulu. I got my shoulder fixed. Shout out to Dr. Khan at Strong.
Ooh, Dr. Khan!
He's the best.
Yo!
And he actually got my shoulder bionic.
Orthoscopic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so from then on, I got reached out from the Philippines, which is a smaller and, like I said, a lower competitive level. And I thought, hey, this would be a great way for me to start back up my career. And I don't know, maybe just starting swinging, because I can't even imagine going back to Europe and having to hit balls the way I was. Right. And so I kind of went back to the Philippines, and I'm a lot more physical than the athletes there. And I was able to just jump and place my shots, which was making me a better volleyball player without, having to rely on the power.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, that's just an amazing journey and story. And, you've been in so many different places, and I'm sure while playing in the Philippines, you've traveled to different places. So what's your favorite place that you've traveled and why?
Well, we do travel to small provinces within Manila, within the Luzon. That's the main island. But we have traveled to Bacolod. It's a small island. Actually, it's a big island for chicken fights.
Yeah.
And I am from Kahaluu, born and raised. I love that. I love their culture there. That little island is just everything.
So you had a couple bets in? Or you
Take Jess.
No, but I felt at home seeing the little kids on their bikes with chicken in hand.
Oh, yes.
That was everything.
My
So
God.
probably one of my favorite spots.
Wow. That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I mean, you talked about, transitioning. Well, I talk about transitioning a lot, and adversity. Is that shoulder injury the biggest piece of adversity you've had to face so far in your career?
I think it was the first thing that took me away from being in the now so much. I thought, I think that injury for everyone kind of is, I was in a midlife crisis. I thought, okay, how can I still impact people's lives without my arm? I used it to hit volleyballs. I use it to play ukulele. I actually was using it when I was singing. I could feel the nerves hurting me, like going up to my neck and down into my fingers. I was like, oh my goodness, how is there any way that I could still fulfill my purpose on this earth without a full working arm? But I ended up becoming so passionate in health and wellness, and where I'm at in my life, I'm the strongest I've ever been physically.
Wow. I mean, and that's just amazing about injury sometimes and adversity, is that it's almost like that blessing in disguise, and it pushes you to do something more and become something that you didn't really realize that you were. Yeah. So look, we're going to take a quick break. We're here with Kalei Mau. We're going to hear more from her when we get back.
Welcome back to Running It Back. We are brought to you by Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union. Choose them for life. And also, thank you to Battery Bills. Check him out for all of your battery needs and go see him at his 2 locations.
Welcome back. We are here with Kalei Mau. Look, you got so much talent. Your personality allows you to do so many different things. And I hear that you enjoy singing.
In the shower. I do, personally. That's where the
No, she really sings, Ryan. She really sings. Can you talk about sort of like your inspiration of music and like what is it about music for you?
Well, I think I grew a love for music just at a young age. I grew up with my sister and my mom and my dad were always dancing and singing and playing and stuff. Really not a musical background, like not musical family, but I just kind of took it on with myself and everything. I just always been obsessed with being great at whatever it is. And so I was constantly singing as a kid, and my inspiration for life in general is to impact people with the gifts from God that I have. And so singing happens to be one of it. And it's just something that I've practiced a lot since I was a girl. And so, that's just, I'm nothing special really. I'm just, I just have a raspy.
Yeah, you want to impact us right now?
Forever.
Sure.
Can you impact us right now with that God-given talent? I mean, you need to warm up or anything?
Yes.
Just need to warm up.
I'm ready.
Oh, okay. What do you got for us?
I have an original song out on all music platforms. It's called Happy Sad. And here it goes. Why does it feel like we're so happy sad? We got them highs and lows and goods and bads. You say the kind of things you can't take back. No, why does it feel like we're so happy sad? Like we're so happy sad.
Yeah.
It just sounds that much better because you can hear it.
Yeah, like wow.
Crispy.
I mean, the little,
So
I don't know
good,
what you
Kalei.
call it, but like, what do you call that, Ryan? At the end, where they kind of just
It's like a
Vibrato?
run. It's a vibrato.
Vibrato.
Yeah.
Ooh.
man,
It's nice. Yeah,
wow.
it's
We need to get her
sexy,
with
smooth.
Bruno.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, sure. The Filipino pride. Boom, 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 pow. Telling you, man. They support the Filipino support. Like
They
when you go
really
to
do.
yeah.
You're telling me?
Yeah, no,
I
yeah.
live in
yeah.
that beautiful place.
Yes.
So you sing? You sing there? I mean,
I have
do they
done
know?
some
Does the
gigs.
Philippines know about your?
Bro, you must have go to like
Talented
some of
talents.
the karaoke's.
Of course.
Yes, the
Of
best.
course. Yes. There's actually karaoke like in the mall. They're trying to sell the karaoke machines.
Yes.
And I'll be like, "Oh, can I try?" And then they'll
in the mall.
I'll start
Sponsorship
singing,
deal.
yeah,
Boom.
and then
Endorsement.
just turn it up. Yeah.
Endorsements right there.
YouTube sensation right there. That could be like a
Yeah.
big viral video right there. How did the little Filipino boy was singing in the mall? It's just like that.
Yeah.
Which one? I don't
Back in the day, like
45, 46.
Wait, stop.
No, but I mean, just
Wrong country.
what is that? That's was that
Vietnam?
right?
China?
Vietnam?
Oh, that was Vietnam. Hey,
Vietnam?
yeah, but I mean, kind of like that, right? Kind of like that.
That's hilarious.
No, but
You're talking
I
about
feel
viral videos.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
you have an amazing voice, and that was
Right.
just 2 lines.
Thank you.
And I think when I was younger, I actually like knew of Kalei because she was on YouTube singing with Roman before Kalohe Kai even was a thing. And so
Yeah.
Kalei,
Wow.
amazing.
I grew up with
Beautiful.
Roman, and he was someone I looked up to. And so when I had the opportunity to like sing with him, I could not let it up. I was
Dream
so
come true.
shy, but I did. And you can see it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's very cringy.
What's the well for those that haven't seen the video? What's the what do they search on YouTube?
Just Kalei Mau singing or Kalohe Kai and
All the
Kalei.
clips coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yo, I went to one
Yeah.
of his concerts. It was actually super
Before
good.
that,
He's such
This
a great
is-
entertainer.
Yeah, like I knew all the songs. They're so random.
Of
Like where
course
it's
you do.
like,
They're all
Okay, Ryan,
catchy.
hold on.
Yes.
Before that, I am going to show you a video because we're just talking about YouTube.
Ooh.
So
Oh.
this is a
Ooh.
Running It Back video that I chose. And this is Josh Atofi and Kalei Mau. I don't even know how long ago this was.
how old are you in this?
I had to have been like 14 years old.
Wow. Look at that. Listen to it though. I'm just lost in the video. That's so beautiful. I mean,
We're back. See you in a minute.
Welcome back to Running It Back. We are brought to you by Battery Bills. So make sure to check him out for your battery needs at either of his 2 locations and go to batterybill.com.
yep, we back here. We are talking with Kalei Mau, the multi-talented, singer. I'm just gonna throw actress, volleyball player, entrepreneur. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, I feel like you've got so many talents and so many things you can do. I think because your personality is so outgoing and you just sang for us on the spot. I mean, like
That was chicken
that
skin
was
right
chicken skin. It was amazing. Thank you for that. I can't wait to hear more. But look, this for me, like I talk about transition a lot just because I went from pro sports and I'm transitioned now into media. What media, sports media,
Entrepreneur, everything.
entrepreneur, entertainment. I'm trying to be an actor as well. I find that fun. For you, like I know I talked about it, is music. Do you see yourself doing music? Is that your transition when you're done playing volleyball? 8-10 years, however long you want to play, when you're done playing,
You can do it both. I think you can do it like right now if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
I guess that's why I'm asking this, Kalei, because I want more. Like I want it now.
Well, I think
Yeah.
music is always going to be a part of me, no matter if I really go 100% in to pursue it. I'm always going to be able, to just express myself through song. And that's always going to be a part of me. So I really don't see myself, like I don't feel a spark like, oh man, I got to be in the studio 24/7. What really is my calling is health and wellness. And what most athletes I think don't think about is post-sport career. Sports are not forever. Injury can completely take away your sport immediately in a snap. So what I'm doing, especially because 2020 has given me the time and the opportunity and the resources, now that I'm home, I'm actually creating a brand, Kaleihulu Health, which is my name and my love for health and wellness and fitness and helping achieve one's best self. What I've gotten into was helping sedentary clients, which is overweight clients, obese, old, immobile clients, be as comfortable as possible in their own bodies. So since I've been home, I always train at home alone anyways, just to keep in shape when I come home for the summer or the winter. I just do my own workouts in my garage. But since I've been home for so long, I've been opening, it's an open invitation to my relatives to come over to my house and we can work out. We can get better together.
They're two friends. That's your cousins or somebody.
One is my brother-in-law and the other is a girl that I grew up with since I was 5.
Oh,
And
awesome.
yeah, and so we have come a long way, and just getting a taste of that and seeing the small rewards with themselves through themselves it's so addicting. I want to help everyone in the world. So I'm taking it online. I'm going to be a health and wellness virtual coach. I want to sell my workouts and hopefully have it accessible to everyone by New Year's. It's really a lot harder.
Make a push. Yeah, you
Bro,
gotta
yeah.
make
You
a
know
push.
what?
And
You
look,
guys
we're gonna get. I want to dive more into that in the
Yes,
extended version.
yes.
But right now, I know because of time. But at this segment, we normally talk about your running it back moment. So if there's a time in your life that was a life changer or something, like, what's your running it back moment?
Oh man. Okay, there's two major ones. The first one is on the road at UCLA, playing in front of a packed out crowd. We were down 2-0, about to lose in 3. And we came back in the 3rd set. We won that set, the next set. It was deuce in the 5th set. And every single ball was coming to me. My coach and my teammates are saying, Kalei, put it down. We need this win. And I go ahead and end the match against UCLA at UCLA. And it was the most crazy experience. And that's when I fell in love with the sport. And I just kept wanting to get better. So that was my college career.
So
Awesome.
we're gonna wrap this, but you got one more running it back moment, which we will get to in the extended version.
Exciting.
Yeah. So, Kalei, thank you so much for joining us here today. And for those of you that are watching and tuning in, make sure you guys stay here and jump on into the extended version on YouTube.
Don't forget to follow us on our social media at Running It Back Podcast. Please follow us on our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. Today's podcast was brought to you by the Honolulu Star Advertiser, Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union, the Department of Health, and Battery Bills. We out.